Denko, and he's proven at the top level to get rounds in. He fought Zilizang, couldn't stop him. Huey Fury couldn't stop him. Povetkin couldn't stop him. So some very, very big names.
Are you looking
there.
to make a statement 24th of August?
Well, the thing is now the 24th of August fight is off because Jack Catterall, the main event, has broke his ribs. Okay. So we're just in the process of reorganising that fight for in the next month or two.
Rudenko's not a joke.
No, he's not a joke at all.
44 fights, 36 wins.
My most experienced opponent so far.
22 knockouts.
Yeah.
You know, I only lost 7, and that's not a lot compared to.
And the people that he's lost to are the Huey Furies, Alexander Povetkins, Jared Anderson, who's the hottest prospect in heavyweight boxing right now. So it would be I'm not so much looking to make a statement. I'm just looking to win. Winning is all that matters. And if I get 10 rounds under my belt fighting him, so be it. That's what I need.
What do you think of Huey Fury? I mean, he's like that heavyweight that, you know, he was very young coming on the heavyweight scene. And then, you know, his dad, Peter, you know, said that he had a bit of acne and then there was certain things troubling him. Then he took that little, I think he took a loss and then he disappeared for a couple of years. Now he's coming back. Like, you know.
Huey Fury is a really good fighter. Technically very good. Awkward. Big man, 6'6". I've sparred him when I first turned professional.
Does he have power?
Yes, he does.
It doesn't look like he has that finishing power.
Yeah, he's not, maybe not the power of a Daniel Dubois or Anthony Joshua, but any man over 14 stone 4, which is the cruiserweight limit, can seriously punch. And it's a big unit, lots of experience, great coach in Peter Fury. And he's still a force to be reckoned with. And it's going to be interesting to see how he comes back. A very nice man as well. He looked after me when I came for sparring in Congleton, it's called, near Manchester.
Is there a difference in levels between when sparring Tyson Fury and Huey Fury?
Yeah. Tyson Fury is obviously mixed at the elite top level, but Huey Fury's fought Joe Parker, Povetkin. I think he drew with Povetkin, if I remember. Was that Michael Hunter? But he still fought at the top level. But yeah, Tyson Fury is the top 1, top 2, top 3 guys in the world.
Well, also you've been tipped top 10 in UK.
Yep, I'm number 9 now. Yeah. I looked yesterday, so I'll keep an eye on it. But listen, it's just a nice little thing to be in them names. So I'm not saying I'm an amazing fighter, but it's a great little achievement to be in the top 10 in the UK.
So Johnny, let's talk about some fight predictions. You got AJ versus Triple D. You know, from where I'm sitting as an amateur, I'm thinking AJ is the top dog. He's got all the experience behind him. He's been for world title fights already. He looks athletically there. And I'm looking at Triple D, where, you know, I think Joe Joyce beat him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did back in a few years back.
Yeah,
now.
and people said he quit. But obviously, you got to say, Triple D is quite young.
He's only a year older than me.
Yeah, he's 26. And he's a young, hungry lion.
And he can whack. He can seriously punch.
You've sparred with him.
He's the hardest person I've ever been punched by.
Really?
Ever. And his jab is like a right hand when it hits you.
Really?
It is unbelievable power. He punches like an absolute horse. He's a massive, massive puncher. Really nice guy as well when you see him outside of the ring. But, yeah, I too would favour Joshua because of the experience of the level he's at. But Dubois fought Usyk now, and a lot of people thought Dubois beat Usyk with that body shot. Yeah. I think it was when I looked at it initially, I thought, what a great shot. But he's mixed it. He's on a good run. Beat Jarrell Miller. He's beat Filip Hrgovic. I was sparring in Texas, who's probably the most technically gifted fighter I've ever been in with.
What does that mean?
Technically gifted. The punch repertoire, where he throws his shots from, his ability to read his opponent, the footwork, the skill in the mind, and knowing how to break people down. He was fantastic. And I just think, I spoke to him after the fight and he overtrained and he was ill in the build-up to that fight, because I really expected him to do a good job against Daniel Dubois. Yeah. As hard as Daniel Dubois hits, the way he was sparring Hrgovic, he looked unbelievable, but probably peaked a bit too soon. That was about 4 weeks out. But coming back to Dubois and AJ, I would favour AJ, but as Ben Davison, AJ's coach, has said, this is heavyweight boxing and Dubois can seriously whack, and he's proved in his mettle. I know a lot of people said he quit against Joe Joyce, but I'd like to see a lot of people deal with a broken eye socket and their eyeball rolling about in their head and see how they would feel. But
what would you do in that situation?
Don't know, never been there.
Would you lose on your shield, as they say, or?
You'd like to think you would, but you've got a great corner team. I don't think his corner team are giving him any help. I would communicate to the corner that my eye socket's gone, I've broken it, and they'd ask me. I know what Mark Tibbs do, say, can you go on? Can you carry on? I'll give you one more round. And I'd like to think in my heart I could say, yeah, we'll go on one more round. But until I've been in that situation, I don't know. And Dubois could have been like that. I think he could have been like that from round 3, round 4. His eye was getting smashed, and Joe Joyce has got a brilliant jab. Sparred loads of times with him.
Solid.
But Dubois proven his mettle, fighting Jarrell Miller, come through a corner there. Dubois, when he fought Hrgovic, round 1, round 2, was getting absolutely smashed with right hands and just came through and bludgeoned Hrgovic in the end. So he's proven his mettle, and it's not going to be an easy night's work for Joshua. It's going to be a great fight.
We had Spencer Fear on here a few weeks ago.
Good man.
And he said to me that I seen Joshua in camp. Joshua looks like he's just refining what he needs to do. And Triple D's had a new coach come on board, which is trying to strip him back and try and get him ready. And he thinks it's a little bit too soon.
Who?
Triple D.
For Triple D.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's fought. He probably. I agree that Joshua is the favourite, but he's mixed with the top guys. Usyk's the best in the division, and he's fought Usyk, and he's fought Jarrell Miller. He's fought Joe Joyce now, albeit a loss, and fought Hrgovic. Where else is there to go other than if you get a shot at the world title, you might as well have a go again.
How does Triple D win against AJ?
Joshua obviously has got the history of people, the stigma around him of, he can't take a punch. Obviously, you're a heavyweight, you get hit by one of these elite guys, you're going to feel it. I don't think it's that, but it will be playing on his mind that Dubois is a massive puncher. He's just got to bring the fight to Anthony Joshua. He's got to take a few risks in an educated way, and be the aggressor in the fight, not sit back too much. And Dubois got brilliant feet. He comes in a few inches in range, few inches out, and he's very good at counter right hands. If you just lean in a bit too much over your front foot, he will sting you with that backhand. And it never drops me, but it will shake you to your boots if it hits you.
Have you ever sparred with AJ?
No, I'd love to though. I think at one point after the Southern Area win, I was meant to go and spar him, but I was on a holiday somewhere and it just didn't work out, the timings. But it'd be an honour to spar AJ, because like every boxing fan and boxing supporter, you look up to someone like Anthony Joshua who changed the game, really. Yeah. He got so many more people interested in boxing, especially when I was at university. The amount of people that knew Anthony Joshua, he has transcended boxing.
How good is it, AJ?
He's amazing. Think, who's he lost to? He's lost to Andy Ruiz and he beat him in a rematch. And the other guy he's lost to is one of the best ever, pound for pound. Undisputed cruiserweight, undisputed heavyweight. He's just beaten Tyson Fury. And I really think the way that Joshua is on a good trajectory now, confident. I know he's not beat the massive names. He's beat Jermaine Franklin, Robert Helenius, Otto Wallin, and Francis Ngannou. But the confidence that gives you, getting knockout wins.
How much does that give you in confidence?
You've got to be on a roll. You've got to have confidence. It's like any sport. If you're a batsman in cricket and you scored 350s and 100 in your last 4 games, you're going to be more confident than if you've got 2 golden ducks, or if you're a darts player and you've won a couple of your last tournaments. Momentum in sport, momentum in life is a massive thing. So Joshua will be on a high, and if he gets the call to fight Usyk again with his new training team, Ben Davison, the great coach, I think he'll be confident in winning that fight, but it's a tough ask.
How important is it to stay active in boxing? Because I see you just fought in February. Yeah. You recently just fought where you've just boxed
July.
That guy.
Yeah, and I want to fight again very quickly.
You want to fight. You want 2 more fights by the end of the year. Like, I don't see heavyweights that active.
Yeah, it's really important to fight regularly, I think.
Why don't they?
The politics of making fights is often a thing about it. If you're in really tough wars, you need to recover from the wear and tear, because it does take away from you a little bit. Where I've only had 1 in 30 seconds, I'm fresh, I'm ready to go. And I've read a little turning point in my head the last 6 months. You've got to stay active. You don't want to be coming out of camp for 4 or 5 weeks eating a load of rubbish and then thinking about getting weight off or getting fit again before you go into camp. I'm fit now, I'm ready to fight again. So use it. Use that in a valuable way.
What do you think of Turk Ali Shake, who's changing the game?
He's changed it.
You know,
he's changed the game amazingly. Some great fights that have happened in Saudi Arabia. Zhang Wilder, Zhang Parker, Fury Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight championship. Some brilliant fights going on. So it's been great for boxing, and it's done something that you never think would happen. Eddie and Frank Warren sitting on the same table talking again. But I guess money talks, and I'd love to see a few more of them fights in London, in England, but the world's not not perfect, and we can't all get what we want all the time. But we're seeing a great fight they're putting on the Riyadh season sponsoring in the AJ Dubois. So it is changing the game, and it's forcing people to make the big fights at the top level. So it can only be a good thing.
How much do you get paid a fight at this level?
It depends how many tickets you sell.
What sort of bracket will you be looking at? Somebody's at home going, should I become a boxer? I've got a bit of power. Maybe I should train. After 10 fights, where would I be at? What would I be getting paid?
I don't want to share that because it's not respectful to other guys who are boxers who are coming through. Because I'll tell you something about earning purses in boxing. You can box for your first 5-10 fights and fight on small hall shows, and you can be losing money. Boxers pay their manager, they pay their promoter, they pay to have the opponent come and fight them. Then they've got to pay the house or the promoter of these small hall shows to then put their to put the show on, put